he posted a link to, it says 50 Cent reportedly developing a Surviving T.I. and Tiny documentary.
Right at the peak of this feud, T.I. and his crew looked way too relaxed, like everything was already handled on their side. From the outside, many fans felt T.I. had already won the clash and momentum was clearly on his side. Then suddenly out of nowhere, everything flipped overnight hard and fast, changing everything in an instant completely.
He posted it on his page.
Well, it ain't on there now. Did he take it off?
Yeah, he deleted it.
He put it up and then took it down. And everybody grabbed it.
50 Cent suddenly dropped what he claimed was episode 1 of a documentary tied to more than 20 sexual assault allegations involving T and Tiny. That single move changed the whole narrative instantly. Right then what started as regular rap drama turned into something way heavier, way darker, and clearly and impossible to ignore. So, how did it even get here? It started with a threat.
Grab it.
So he basically, he shut the internet down today just showing that I ain't done.
In early March 2026, 50 posted an Instagram screenshot teasing a project called Surviving T and right there Tiny. The caption pointed straight at 20 sexual assault cases linked to the couple. The post vanished quickly, but it didn't matter at all. The internet had already grabbed it, right there screenshotted it, and blasted it everywhere. Anyone who knows 50's history already understood the message loud and clear when he hints at serious documentaries.
50, drop whatever you choose. Just please keep showing the world you're a whore. On Clay. Who's Clay? And you still ain't tell us why you in 4K dick pulling with the smile of a sissy. Pandora's box is ajar, which means open in Spanish. Good luck. You suck. P.S. Me and mine till the end of time.
It's usually not just talk. He's known for actually following through, and it rarely ends well for whoever's in the spotlight. Right then what leaked didn't even look like a full episode. It felt more like a warning shot, a preview, right then a signal that something bigger could be coming. But the reason it hit so hard is because of everything that led up to it. Right then this tension between 50 Cent and T.I. didn't just pop up recently. It goes back nearly 20 years. At first, it was simple. New York versus Atlanta. Right then, two major hip-hop cities defending their turf. But by 2008, right then things got personal fast when those claims tied back to a serious case from October 2007 when T.I. was arrested after authorities said he tried to purchase machine guns and silencers from an undercover federal agent. He was facing up to 10 years in prison, which made the situation extremely serious. The case ended with about 1 year served, but the controversy never really faded. It stuck to his name for years, especially after 50 referenced it in a lyric that kept the narrative alive in hip-hop conversations. That one line kept getting repeated over and over, keeping the story attached to T.I. long after the case was over. For most of the 2000s, the rivalry cooled down, but it never fully disappeared. Things stayed quiet until around 2020 and 2021. Right there when T.I. started pushing for a versus battle, fans were asking for it heavy. Right there, two big names going hit for hit, but 50 kept shutting it down every time. Then things heated up again during Super Bowl, weekend in February 2026. Ty went on the Nightcap podcast and claimed 50 had once agreed to the versus battle, but backed out. According to T.I., 50 ducked the smoke. That comment lit everything up instantly. 50 didn't respond with a track. He went straight to social media. He reposted an old Crime Stoppers PSA that T.I. had appeared in, pushing that same narrative critics had been repeating for years.
Come out of nowhere. We were moving around in L.A., man, selling some TV shows while we were around each other, man, you know what I mean? I said, what you think about this? Like, you want to do that shit? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So and I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there.
Then he took it further. On February 22nd, 2026, 50 posted a photo of Tiny on Instagram, one that looked intentionally unflattering. The caption mocked her appearance, and the backlash came fast. That moment shifted, everything into a different lane completely. T's son, King Harris, jumped on Instagram Live almost immediately, and things escalated way beyond a normal rap feud. During the stream, he brought up a deeply painful part of 50 Cent's past. His mother, right there, Sabrina Jackson, who was killed in 1984 when 50 was just 8 years old. That's widely known history, and King clearly understood the weight of it. His comments directly touched on that tragedy, and the tone shocked a lot of people watching live. From King's perspective, right there it was retaliation. If 50 could target his mother, he felt justified responding the same way. But online, many right there people saw it differently. Bringing up someone's late parent crossed a line that most rap beefs don't touch. Clips from the live streams spread right there everywhere fast. Then on February 24th, right there T.I. posted a video dancing with his own mother, captioned, "Happy birthday, mama." While one of his diss right there tracks played in the background, fans noticed the contrast immediately. I celebrating his living mother right there while his rival had lost his years ago. It came off like a subtle jab in the middle of everything. That same week right there, Harris, another of T.I.'s sons, dropped a diss track titled Ms. Jackson on February 27th, 2026. The title alone right there got people talking, and the timing added even more fuel to an already heated situation. Then King took it even right there further. In one disc video, he wore a t-shirt printed with a photo of Sabrina Jackson. That image sparked strong reactions across social media. Right there, even some supporters of T.I. felt that move went too far. Meanwhile, something unexpected happened. 50 went quiet. Right there, at first people thought he was stepping back. But others suspected the opposite, that he was plotting something bigger behind the scenes. And when he finally moved, it wasn't a diss track. It was a bombshell. He posted, and then right there deleted that screenshot teasing surviving T and Tiny referencing 20 sexual assault cases. Within minutes, it right there spread across the internet like wildfire. At that point, it wasn't trolling anymore. 50 was pointing directly at a set of allegations that had been circulating since 2021. Right there, and signaling he might turn them into a full production. That's why this moment hit so hard. It wasn't a finished product. It was him showing his right there playbook, and people recognized the move instantly because they'd seen it before. Right there, what gives this threat real weight isn't just the drama, it's the subject itself. The story traces back to January right there 2021 when allegations involving T.I. and Tiny became public.
Man, the only thing I have to say is very unfortunate, but honestly, I wasn't here to defeat. I was here to...
It started with Sabrina Peterson, an entrepreneur and former friend of the couple right there who accused T of threatening her with a gun during a 2009 incident. After her post, she said more people began right there reaching out. Within days, Peterson claimed over 30 individuals contacted her with similar stories, right there allegations ranging from drugging and coercion to sexual assault spanning from 2005 to 2018. By March 2021, attorney Tyrone A. right there Blackburn said he represented 11 accusers. Reports stated 8 women alleged direct sexual assault involving right there T, Tiny, or associates, while 3 others brought related claims. Many accusations described a pattern that people online said was hard to ignore. Right there, some women claimed they were invited to private settings, given drinks they believed were laced, and then subjected to acts they said were not consensual. Right there, some claims were detailed and serious. Right there, one woman alleged that in 2010 she was forced to take substances and engage in sexual activity while right there unable to consent. Another claimed she was drugged and assaulted in a hotel room that same year. These weren't just rumors floating around. Right there, attorney Lisa Bloom also said she represented 2 more women with similar accounts, adding more attention right there to the situation. The New York Times later reported speaking with 5 women describing similar patterns. Right there, Blackburn also contacted authorities in California, right there, and Georgia, calling it a pattern of methodical abuse. This is the material that had been sitting in public view for right there years, and now 50 was threatening to bring it back into the spotlight in a major way. That's why this felt different. Winning a rap battle is one thing, but dealing with a documentary built around serious allegations right there is a completely different level. In May 2021, LAPD confirmed an investigation after reports from at least 2 right there women. But by September, the Los Angeles County District Attorney declined to file charges. Statute of limitations issues. Right there around that same time, BH1 canceled T.I. and Tiny Friends and Family Hustle. Then in New York, Dual, January, right there, 2024, a Jane Doe lawsuit was filed under California law allowing older claims. Right there, the plaintiff alleged she met the couple in 2005, was given a drink she believed was spiked, and later right there assaulted while impaired. T and Tiny denied the claims and pushed for dismissal. Whatever we ever have done right there has been done with consensual adult who into what we into and like what we like. If we want something, we know exactly where to go to get. In August, right there, 2024, the case was dismissed with prejudice after the plaintiff did not respond to filings. The couple has consistently denied all right there allegations, calling them false and fabricated. In a January 2024 statement, right there they said, "We are innocent of these fake claims. We will not be shaken down. And we look forward to our day in right there court." No criminal charges have been filed related to these accusations. T.I.'s defamation lawsuit against Sabrina right there Peterson filed in September 2024 is still ongoing with a June 2026 trial right there date. So legally things have held for now, but outside the courtroom, it's a different story entirely. A documentary doesn't need a conviction to reshape public opinion. Reopen old conversations right there and put everything back in front of millions of people. That's what makes this situation risky for T.I. and Tiny. Courts deal with evidence, but right there media deals with perception. And 50 isn't moving like a lawyer. He's moving like a producer. History shows when he builds a narrative, he knows right there exactly how to make it stick. Through Gannett film and television, right there he's built a reputation for sharp attention-grabbing content, right there focused on real controversies. The pattern is clear. First comes the social media spark. Right there then the narrative builds across blogs and discussions. Then production begins. Right there, and by the time it drops, the audience is already locked in. He doesn't create the allegations. He packages them. He takes right their headlines, reports, and claims and shapes them into a story people will watch. That's the real play, and that's what he's aiming at. Tier on right there March 5th, 2026, 50 pushed things further. He posted old footage of T.I. in court paired with right there Crime Stoppers references. It looked like trolling, but it felt calculated. He was keeping two narratives alive at right there once. The long-running accusations about cooperation and the resurfaced allegations. Right there his caption read, No, I don't like it. No verses. Let's do the stay away challenge and stay away from me. LOL. Right there it sounded like a joke, but people saw something else. It felt like a preview, right there like a trailer for something bigger on the way. Around the same time, blogger Tasha K right there stepped in and added even more fuel to the speculation. On February 28th, 2026, right there Tasha K jumped in and turned the pressure up even more. She posted on X claiming sources close to 50 Cent said he was already putting right there together a documentary focused on the allegations tied to T and Tiny. Right there, according to her, the project would dig into the long-running claims about alleged drugging and assault that had been circulating for years. Right there, she didn't stop there. Her warning to the Harris family was direct and bold. Right there, she said they should apologize and fall all the way back. She added that 50 doesn't play fair when he locks in on a target, right there making it clear this could get much worse if it kept escalating. While all this noise was building online, 50 started dropping music that fans right there felt carried hidden shots. One record tied to Power Origins called No One Told Us What We're Here for had people right there reading between the lines, even without naming T.I. directly. Then, on March 7th, 2026, he dropped another track, No More Tricks, No More Lies, featuring Max B. The timing and tone had listeners convinced this was aimed straight at T.I. One line stood right there out. No more tricks, no more tries, no more believing the lies. But what really caught attention was the caption. 50 wrote, I am the algorithm. Right there that line said everything. This wasn't just rap beef. It looked like a full strategy to control the narrative and dominate the conversation before, right there, anyone else could. People paying close attention started noticing a pattern. The posts, the trolling, even the music. Right there they didn't feel like the main event. Right there they felt like build-up. Like everything was leading to something bigger that could turn all this controversy into a full-blown storyline for millions to watch. And that strategy isn't new.
That's enough. Really, I said that's enough when I seen that
t-shirt. I said, man, this is enough. That's it. I said, man, chill out, bro. Chill out. Cause again, I'm big on treating people the way I want to be treated.
Right.
I don't be out here just doing unto others in ways I don't want to.
Back in 2019, Surviving R. Kelly pulled in over 26 million viewers and reshaped public opinion overnight. The title right there, Surviving T.I. and Tiny, clearly mirrors that format. And that alone tells you exactly what Lane 50 is trying to put right there them in. From that angle, the move looks calculated. It builds a narrative box around the target and dares them to break out of it.
T.I.
Right there, meanwhile, made it clear he wasn't backing down. On March 5th, right there 2026, he posted from the set of his Let Him Know video and addressed right there everything heathen. In the caption, he wrote, "We can go bar for bar, hit for hit, or doc for doc. Nobody fears you over here, boo. Right there, let's play." Then he followed up with a diss track called Trauma Bond, adding another message aimed at 50. He wrote, "Drop whatever you right there choose. Just please keep showing the world who you are. Pandora's box is ajar, sir." The message was loud and right there clear. T was ready for whatever came next, but one detail stood out to a lot of people. Doc for document. That hinted he might have something in the right there works, too. The question is whether he can match 50's setup. 50 already has production power, industry connections, and a massive audience right there locked in. That's a different level of reach. Right there at this point, this isn't just two rappers trading shots anymore. The whole situation has pulled in Tiwi's family, and every response has pushed the story even further into the spotlight. Right there, the biggest turning point came from King Harris. His Instagram Live rant aimed at 50 became one of the moments that took right there this from rap beef to something way bigger. When King brought up 50's late mother, Sabrina Jackson, the right there reaction exploded instantly. Social media split fast. Some defended him, right there saying he was standing up for his family. Others said he crossed a line that should never be touched, no matter how heated things get. Even right there voices in hip-hop spoke out. Boozy Badaz made his stance clear, saying King was wrong, and that bringing up right there someone's deceased parent should always be off limits. According to him, some things just shouldn't be used as ammo, right there no matter the situation. At the same time, it became clear this wasn't just one person reacting. The whole Harris family seemed involved as things right there kept escalating. Demoney Harris, T.I.'s 24-year-old son building his own music career, dropped Miss Jackson on February 27, 2026. Right there his approach was different, more focused on bars and competition. Right there rather than personal attacks, which some fans respected as a more traditional hip-hop response. Then even younger members got pulled into the right there moment. Aries Harris, the young daughter of T and Tiny, posted a short video of herself singing online after Tiny was right there criticized. The clip spread quickly as people followed every new piece of this growing situation. At this point, what started as music turned into right there something way bigger, and it's still unfolding. Tiny Harris eventually spoke up, breaking her silence on right there Instagram, and she didn't hold back. She praised her sons and called them her biggest flex, making it clear she was proud of how they stepped up. Right there from her point of view, nothing right there they did was out of line. She saw it as family loyalty, standing together when one of their own was disrespected. T's response, though, had more layers to it. Right there when he later spoke on a podcast, it became clear things weren't as simple behind the scenes. He explained that he had spent right there years trying to guide King away from exactly this kind of public right there situation. According to T.I., the feud gave King a reason to ignore those lessons completely. Still, he made one right there thing very clear. There were limits. Admitted he personally told King to stop after the t-shirt right there incident, the moment where King wore an image of 50 Cent's late mother in a disc video. Even some supporters of the right there Harris family felt that crossed a serious line.
What?
I didn't dodge that reality either. When T.I. later right there explained why he even got involved, his reasoning surprised people. In an interview with TMZ, he didn't frame it as winning or losing at all. Instead, right there he said the whole situation was about showing the women in his family that the men would stand up for them if they felt disrespected. That shift in perspective right there changes everything. It turns the story from competition into protection. Right there, but it also brings risk because when family steps into a public conflict, emotions can escalate fast. Right there, and once certain lines get crossed, the other side suddenly has leverage they didn't have before. People watching closely picked up on that immediately. Right there, some commentators even suggested legal teams could be paying attention to every single move. One voice put it bluntly. Right there, 50s lawyers are probably watching everything. And in that kind of situation, one wrong step could turn into something much bigger. 50C right there eventually responded to the comments about his mother. And his message was direct. He acknowledged things got messy, but reminded everyone of something right there personal. He pointed out that his mother died when he was very young and made it clear that bringing her into the situation crossed a line for him. In the court of public opinion, right there, that moment shifted things. The t-shirt incident gave 50 a position that many people felt was justified. What started right there as rap beef now carried real emotional weight, and it was no longer just entertainment. Rapper Uncle Murder even spoke on it during an interview. Right there, at first, he treated it like drama, like something people watch for fun, but then he stopped himself mid-thought. He said, right there, it's straight. It ain't funny games. That one line summed up the shift perfectly. Right there, what looked like another online feud suddenly felt a lot more serious once the documentary Threat entered the Right There picture. As of March 8, 2026, no documentary has officially been announced. No network, no Right There platform, no confirmed release, nothing yet. Right now, all that exists is the Threat 50's track record and his Right There silence. And that silence, that might be the smartest move of all because it keeps everyone talking while revealing right there nothing. To figure out what could happen next, people keep looking at past examples. Surviving R. Kelly pulled right there in around 26 million viewers when it dropped in 2019. In 2 years later, Kelly was convicted and sentenced to 30 years. The documentary didn't create the case, but it shaped how the public understood it in a major way. That's the blueprint. Many believe 50 knows very well. T's situation, though, is legally different. Many of the allegations fall outside the statute of limitations. The 2024 civil case was dismissed with prejudice and no criminal charges have been filed tied to those claims. Legally, that matters a lot. But public perception doesn't always follow legal outcomes. And 50 has shown before, he doesn't need a conviction to impact someone's image in a major way. If a documentary ever does drop on a major platform, the fallout wouldn't just stay online. It could hit much bigger than that. T's touring plans tied to his album Kill the King could run into serious problems if this situation keeps growing. Protests, cancellations, those are real possibilities. His trap music museum and other business ventures could face heavier scrutiny too, with more eyes watching every move. Even his acting roles, including appearances in the Ant-Man films, could get pulled into the conversation. If a documentary like this actually lands on a major platform, the ripple effects wouldn't stay in music. They could hit every part of T.I. and Tiny's public life. Tiny's career could feel it just as much. Her music, including Escape reunion moments, could get overshadowed overnight. The real estate deals, TV projects, and partnerships they've built over decades might suddenly carry a different narrative. Instead of headlines about success, the focus could shift straight to the allegations. That's how fast perception can change. But there's another side to this, too. If the documentary comes out weak, no new voices, no new evidence, nothing solid, then the whole plan could backfire badly. I has stayed defiant for years. And his fan base is stuck with him through federal charges, prison time, and nonstop controversy. That loyalty has already been tested, and a lot of supporters never walked away. If 50's project feels more like a personal attack than real storytelling, it could actually strengthen T.I.'s position instead of hurting it. Some fans are already saying exactly that online. They argue 50's moves come from rivalry or jealousy, not accountability. And knowing his trolling style, that take isn't shocking at all. Then there's the counter threat. T.I. hinders a doc for doc. That line alone got people talking. It suggests he might have his own project ready, possibly digging into the 50's past. Conflicts, family issues, business fallout, things that haven't really been explored in a full production. Whether that project is real or not, it creates the image of a standoff. And that kind of tension, that's exactly where 50 usually thrives. A lot of people watching this feel T.I. and his family actually won the rap side of things. The diss tracks hit, the energy was loud, and the family showed up united defending Tiny. From a pure rap battle angle, some fans say T.I. had the edge, but others aren't convinced that matters long-term. They keep pointing to the 50s history, outlasting opponents who thought they were winning in the moment. Time and time again, people have felt ahead only to watch. Everything flipped later. That's the bigger reality here. Rap beef is one arena, but documentaries, that's a whole different battlefield. And 50 has already proven he knows how to dominate in that space on a level rap alone can't touch. King Harris showed a lot of confidence during that Instagram live, the same moment things got the most personal. From his view, the family was standing strong and responding how they felt was right. The confidence was clear, but the real question is whether confidence alone is enough for what might come next. Because every moment, the t-shirt, the live stream, every post has already been seen by more than just fans. It's being watched by media voices, analysts, and people thinking in terms of production and strategy. And one thing about 50, he rarely moves without a plan. This is someone who survived 9 gunshots, rebuilt his empire after setbacks, and kept proving critics wrong again and again. Whether people respect his methods or not, strategy has always been part of how he operates. Now, the D-tracks are fading, the trolling is slowing down, and one big question is still hanging in the air. Is the documentary actually coming? Because if it does, this stops being about rap bars completely and becomes about the story being told to millions of people. And once that kind of story hits the public, everything can change fast. If you made it this far, don't just sit back, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who stays tapped into hip-hop drama. More breakdowns like this are coming, and you don't want to miss what happens.